Recording in progress.
All
Got
right,
it.
we are live, guys. Welcome. Thank you for those that take a peek at this. For the most part, I'm continuing on our harvest testimonials. As a lot of you know, we started the harvest community in January, and Tim is one of the original, the OGs of the harvest. So now that we're about a half a year in, just interviewing some of our members, see how we're doing, how they're doing, what their feedback is on the harvest, and yeah, Tim's going to be a great one because I know he's got a pretty good story to tell. So for the most part, Tim, can you just let everybody know who you are and what you do?
So my name is Tim Jennings, and I own a telecom and IT company in Woodbury, New Jersey. We've been here for about 25 years. Um, long time in the making. So far, so good. Everything's going really well. Um, and that's some of that is obviously due to our coaching and our friendships that we've all made in the harvest community. So, I'll throw that back at you because I know you're probably going to bring that up, right?
Yeah. So with that being said, what you mentioned the harvest. Before you were in it, like what made you decide to join the harvest? Like what intrigued you? Like what kind of got you over the edge? And what were you hoping for?
So I can tell you exactly what made me want to join the harvest. I met you once. I told you this. I met you once at an event, and we didn't really get to know each other. You sat next to me. We talked for a few minutes. Gave me your card. Hung on to it. Connected on LinkedIn, and I started seeing videos from Devin pop up, and I thought I actually was looking for a coach, and I started to see these videos pop up. I thought, wow, this guy really knows what he's talking about, and he's absolutely genuine. He's not full of shit. My man is on the money, right? So I reached out, and you called me back. We had a great conversation. I jumped on a call, and that was it.
Nice, good stuff, man. Um, and thank you for that, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, just following up, and I thank you for your kind words on those videos because we know how important they are nowadays and the impact that it can make because you're definitely doing it. So with that being said, since you joined, why don't you let everybody know kind of what the harvest done for you, both personally and professionally? When you think about the harvest, what's coming to mind?
When I think about the harvest, what comes to mind is community. I mean, I know we call it the harvest community, but I think the key there is I say we, because it's a we thing. It's not just your community; it's our community. So everyone that joins and everyone that I've come across in the community, whether it's a one-on-one or whether it's in a meeting, everyone's 100% genuinely involved, and they truly care about each other. And if you've watched any of my videos, you've seen me give the Rocky speech and then talk about how when you're involved in the harvest community and you're involved in the community like this, and you surround yourself with people who actually, and I'm going to curse again, give a shit about you and what happens to you, not only in your business, not only with your social life, but with your personal life, even with your family. So surrounding yourself with people like this is a way to my goodness, kind of bring everything together. Because if you're feeling a little pulled apart, if you're having some issues that way, my issue was I think I told you on our first call, I wanted accountability, and accountability led to I needed to get more discipline. And that led to I needed to get more, of a lot of other things. We could go on and on. The list is long, right? Of things that we can improve upon. But essentially, I think it teaches you how to live your life along with these other folks you always say at a higher level, and always thinking about living your life at a higher level, I think is the most important thing. The fact that you put that at the top of mind, that I want to live at a higher level, and that's my goal to live at a higher level, whether it's personally or professionally, whatever, it doesn't matter. It should be all of it. It should be a nice, the core should be, all that should be involved. So, I think that's what it's brought to me. I mean, we started off with you challenging me to 30 walks in 30 days because I was worried about my health because we were coming out of COVID, right? And then next thing you know, I'm doing walks. Next thing I'm doing videos. Next thing you know, I'm doing walk and talks. Next thing you know, I'm shouting out the businesses. Next thing you know, I'm interviewing some of the highest profile people in South Jersey. So, go figure.
Love that. And as far as your health, for those that, I guess don't know Tim, maybe it's your first time seeing this, but Tim looks significantly different than he did 3 months ago. So why don't you say everybody kind of just some progress on your health journey too?
I was looking around to see if there was a picture of me of what I looked like. But anyway, so as a result of being in this group, I started 75 Hard. Now, I did this also. What's cool about it is there's 16 people doing it at once, we're not all simultaneous, but we're close, and we all have this group chat going. So we're all part of the harvest. We're all doing 75 Hard. And I finished about a week ago, matter of fact, almost exactly a week ago. And I started out at about 245 pounds, and I ended, I sent Devin the picture. I almost sent you the video when I took taking my weight that day. I ended at like 199.6 or something like that. I was going out just to beat 200, and that last day I was just, here we go, right? But I was 245 pounds. I was unhealthy. I was out of shape. I was worried about things like heart attacks. And I heard I want to say it was Ed Milet say something really powerful in one of our I think it was in one of our meetings. That do you want to be around to see your daughter get married? And I have two daughters that are 21 and 25. And do you want to be the guy that walks them down the aisle, or do you want to be some stranger? Yeah. And that statement hit me like a ton of bricks. And I thought, you know what? I'm doing this thing. And that's it. And I just dropped the hammer and I let it run. And here I am, man, 45 pounds lighter and feeling like $1 million.
Yeah. And not only did you drop the weight, now you're freaking running. You're probably going to go in a marathon. Like, who knows? You're just taking it on and just trying to consistently get better too. So it's just been amazing, inspirational to me, inspirational to the community. And I love that you highlighted the fact about it's we, right? Because I get a little uncomfortable when people talk about the community to me, because I try and stress, and most people don't understand until they get into this community. This is a community built off the members. You know what I mean? That's the bottom line, because I can say whatever I want. And at the end of the day, if we don't have the right people in this community, it's not going to thrive. People aren't going to be motivated to do things differently than they have before, because they're not going to feel the support. The community is a powerful thing. And thankfully, we have people like you that are executing and inspiring others and helping others. And it's in the community and also well outside of the community, which brings me to my next point, because I know that there's a lot of people from the outside in looking about like what it's doing to Tim and other people, and like, what is this about? And, would you really recommend it? So my question to you is, for those that are from the outside looking in, like, would you recommend the harvest to them?
1,000%. I mean, if your goal is to better yourself in any way, here's where you do it. Whether it's personal, professional, doesn't make any difference. I've brought this everywhere. I mean, it's part of my business. The harvest is part of my friendships. It's part of my family. In fact, to bring that, full circle, my wife actually basically did 75 Hard with me. We call it 75 Cupcake because it's in the book that way. If you don't really do it, that's what he calls it, Andy. So, but, it did bring us closer together, because we did that whole thing together, and it wasn't easy. You know how much work it is. And any of you guys that look this up, it's a lot of work. So, there's a lot that goes along with it. And, my wife did really well too. I don't know what, my wife lost a lot of weight too, and she looked great, always has. Looked great beforehand, looks great now. So, so listen, it's really cool how kind of, it brought us together, but none of it would have happened if we weren't part of this. And I'm not making a commercial. This isn't My Pillow, So, it really is about that. So, that's really what it's about. I mean, I'm happier. I feel more disciplined. I feel like I'm accounted for. In fact, I do business with other people in the group. I think a lot of folks do business with each other. I think one of the other members was just on the phone with my office manager, because we're using somebody else too. And We were just joking around. So, I mean, it's just become this very family oriented, family-esque group of people that do business with each other, that are friends with each other, that, and ultimately promote each other and lift each other up. I mean, so throughout all this, you know, everybody's been pushing for you, you know, hey man, 75 hard, go, do it, get it done. You know, I mean, and you know, hearing the words "get it done" and go for it isn't really what gets it done, but it does help when people are saying, "Hey, man, you got this, crush it, crush it, crush it." It does help you out. So, I mean, it's pretty wild. I would strongly recommend it if you are considering, and you know, if you want to improve yourself, you know, improve upon your life, because if you don't want to do it, it's not going to do you any good. That's true.
That's so important, because I commend you. And one of the most important parts of this video is when Tim's talking about the different things that he wants to work on. And there's a lot of people out there that would be where you were in January and be like, wow, I'm doing really well. Got a nice company here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm 245 pounds. And by the way, it's not like you saw Tim and you were like, man, this guy's going to drop dead tomorrow. Like, no. But the bottom line is he knows, and he accepted the fact that there is just more levels of himself that he can access, right? And a lot of people just don't even want to have that conversation with themselves, you know? And, you know, it's not just in business, it's with health. And Tim mentioned his wife a lot. That's something that we really hit on. It's everything. And that all goes back to your business. That all goes back to your mindset. It all goes back to your health. So, you know, people that are watching this, there's probably people that are like, well, you know, I feel like I'm good, right? And they're smelling their own flowers and stuff like that. And listen, you know, Tim is doing better than a lot of people, but he realized that, listen, there is more levels to a better version of himself that he can get to. And by the way, he's inspiring many more people while doing so. So Tim, listen, thank you so much for taking the time to do this. Thank you so much for your contribution to me, to the Harvest, to everybody else on the outside, and what you're doing for the community and the inspiration, and what your company is doing to help other people too. So thanks, Tim. I appreciate it, my friend. I look forward to seeing you drop some more videos.
I'll see you soon, my friend. Thank you.